Good morning students. Today we are going to continue the topic, that is zeolite process. So it is one of the water softening process, and it is also known as the base exchange process or the ion exchange process. So zeolite is a microporous minerals which is used as a catalyst in many industrial purposes such as water purification and air purification. So zeolite process, this process is also known as it is also known as base exchange or the ion exchange process. It is consisting of compounds of aluminium, silica and the soda. So it has got an excellent property of interchanging the bases, and normally these zeolite are of two types, man-made as well as the natural types of the zeolite. So man-made is also available, as well as the synthetic form is also available. So you can say that zeolite are of two types, that is natural as well as synthetic. And naturally occurring zeolites, they are normally green in color. That's why they are said to be the green sand. And synthetic zeolites, they are prepared in the laboratory by the combination of the certain chemicals in a particular or a fixed proportion. So what is a zeolite? It is microporous minerals. So who discovered it? So it was first discovered by J.T. Way in 1850, and he said that he discovered that certain mineral constituent of the soil, that is hydrated silicates, normally possess the property of base exchange. They possess the property of base exchange, and he succeeded in preparing the base base exchange. So he succeeded in preparing the base exchange material from the solution of sodium silicate and the aluminium sulfate. But he did not appreciate the reversibility of this process. So he was not able to explain the reversibility, but he succeeded in preparing the base exchange material from the solution of sodium silicate and the aluminium sulfate. Later came Gans and the other German chemists in 1906, and what did they do? They practiced it again and again and applied this discovery in practice, and they prepared a synthetic hydrated silicates of aluminium and sodium. Remember that J.T. Way also, they make the solution from sodium silicate and aluminium sulfate. Here also Janes and German chemists, both, they applied their discovery in practice, and they prepared a synthetic hydrates from the silicate of aluminium and sodium, and he named it as permutate. And since then the process has steadily advanced at present, and several groups of materials of different character and manufacture have base exchange properties are available. And the most common type of artificial zeolite, you can say that artificial zeolite, that is permutate, is the most common type of the artificial zeolite, and it is manufactured from the feldspar, kaolin, clay and soda. And these chemicals are first, they are required in proportions, they are mixed in a particular proportions, and then they are fused in a furnace, and it is then allowed to cool, and after attaining a certain degree of fusing, In a way you can say that feldspar, kaolin clay and the soda, these three constituents, these chemicals are mixed, उन्हें मिक्स किया जाता है एक रिक्वायर्ड प्रोपोर्शन में, और उसके बाद उसको फ्यूज किया जाता है, फर्नेस में हीट किया जाता है, और हीट करने के बाद उसे कूल किया जाता है। एक फ्यूजन, डिग्री ऑफ फ्यूजन मेंटेन होने के बाद उसे कूल किया जाता है, एंड दीज आर सेड टू बी द आर्टिफिशियल जियोलाइट permuted. This is nothing but the artificial or synthetic permuted, zeolite permuted. And the material which is formed is then crushed to form particles of varying diameters, that is 0.25 millimeter to 0.50 millimeter, and then it is washed to remove all type of alkalis and impurities from it. And the permitted, it is normally white in color. Here you can say that this permitted, it is white in color, and they have got the chemical formula, and the chemical formula is 2SiO2 Al2O3 N2O. This is the chemical formula of the artificial zeolite, that is permitted. Next, now what are the requirements or equipments required? So zeolite process is carried out to filter out in filters. Normally ये जो zeolite process है इसमें filter किया जाता है, तो zeolite process is carried out in filters. filter में किया जाता है which is more or less similar to that of the pressure type of filter. pressure type of filter से ही related होते हैं, except only in one thing, जहाँ पे sand रखा जाता है, it is replaced by means of the zeolite. And their depth normally varies from 750 millimeter to 1800 millimeter. And the deeper, जितना ज़्यादा deep bed of the zeolite होगा उतना ही ज़्यादा there will be the capacity to filter it. So in this way the zeolite bed works while removing the hardness of the water or making the water soft. So here you can find out the different forms of the or different images of the permitted or the zeolite, synthetic zeolite, or you can say the artificial zeolite. Here you can find out they are present in the form of rocks. Here they are present in the form of powder. So this is nothing but the artificial zeolite. So it is naturally available also. When it is available, it looks green in color, that's why they are said to be the green sand. And these are the they are not naturally present, or when it is synthetically prepared, then it looks white in color. So the white powder is nothing but the small pieces of the zeolite. This is powder form, and its size diameter varies from 0.25 mm to 50.50 mm. This is an image of the zeolite filter. How does the zeolite filter works? So normally the zeolite filter may be of two types, that is downward flow type as well as the upward flow type. So here in this case you can find out the hard water is admitted from the top. So here you can say that the hard water is admitted from the top of the zeolite layer, and then this passes through the zeolite bed and then the gravel through the base material of the gravel, and then the soft water is collected from the downwards, or you can say that by the undrained system and discharge for the use by the outlet pipe. And in this way the zeolite filters work. So here you can find out there is a presence of zeolite bed is present over here, and after this zeolite bed, that is nothing but the synthetic or artificial zeolite bed crystals of the zeolite, and then it is followed by the gravel. So whatever the water which is enters into the this bed passes through the zeolite bed, then gravel, and then the salt water is collected from the pipe. In this picture also you can see the same thing. The raw water or the hard water is let into the filter. There the filter is supplied with the zeolite bed, and then the soft water is taken out down from the downwards. So these are the different photos or the pictures of the zeolite bed or zeolite filter. You know that the artificial zeolite is said to be permeated, and this permeated, it is insoluble in water, and it acts as a base exchanger when it comes in contact with the water containing the cations. And hence this can be removed calcium and magnesium ions from the water when hard water is passed through it. So this is the main function of the zeolite. Next, coming up to the advantages and the disadvantages of the zeolite. So for everything there is a certain advantages or limitation, as well as the advantages, merits, and as well as the demerits. So coming up to the advantages, following advantages are there, in which the first one, that is, in this process the sludge is not formed, hence the problem of sludge disposal does not arise. So the first point is that advantage, the main advantages is that here the sludge formation does not takes place. Second one is that the zeolite unit is compact in design, and it can be easily operated and does not require any skilled supervisors. So you can say that it can be handled very easily. So the next is that advantage is there is no problem of deposition of layer of calcium carbonate in the distribution system. And the fourth point is that this process normally reduces the water hardness of water to zero. So this is the main important thing, is that here the hardness of the water can be reduced to zero. So you can say that the water softening is done 100% of water softening is done. This is the main advantages. And the fourth point is that it is economical, very economical. How? The process normally proves to be very economical, where normally here you can say that the salt has been used, and this salt are cheaply available in the market. So it is said to be very economical. So this advantages of zeolite process is economical, cheaply the materials which is applied over here is very cheaply available. So this was regarding the advantages. So sludge is not formed, do not require the skilled supervision. Next is reduce the hardness of water to zero, and it is very economical. Next is the coming up to the disadvantages. The first is that the zeolite process cannot be adopted for highly turbid water. So here you can say that this is the main limitation. Here turbid water cannot be utilized for the softening process, and they suspend, because the suspended particles get deposited around the zeolite particles, and hence they cause the obstruction to the working of the zeolite. So you can say that turbid water cannot be utilized over here. Very turbid water cannot be utilized in the zeolite process. Next is that the zeolite process is unsuitable for water containing ions and magnesium. So those water which are containing the more quantity of iron and magnesium, which is unsuitable. Why? Because due to this fact that iron zeolites or the magnesium zeolite formed during the chemical reaction, they cannot be reconverted into the sodium zeolites, and these zeolites will thus be washed off in such a case. So here you can say that certain water which are containing more amount of iron and magnesium cannot be utilized for the zeolite process. And the third and the last point, that is disadvantages, is that zeolite unit should be carefully operated in order to avoid the injury or damage to the equipment, quality of the water and the bed of the zeolite. So for today this much is enough. Tomorrow we are going to deal with the next topic of water softening process, that is demineralization. So tomorrow we are going to study the topic demineralization process. So today we have already studied what is zeolite, how does it, what are the main chemical constituent of the zeolite, and how does it work in removing the hardness of the water, or how does it makes the water soft. Thank you for listening.